Congratulations to Capcom and gamers all around who are fans of their games. We've all won. Big time. The release of Resident Evil 4 Remake has been nothing short of a success, and this same success means huge things are coming for fans of the series. Remaking a legendary title and doing it justice can be a daunting task this day and age. However, the fan reception has been through the roof for this game. Within the first 2 days of Resident Evil 4 Remake being out, it's already been recorded to have sold over 3 million copies. Absolutely ridiculous numbers all around. And this is just the beginning. It's safe to say that Capcom has really outdone themselves, knocking it out of the park with RE4 Remake, and also winning back fans' trust, especially after Resident Evil 3 Remake, which broke many die-hard fans' hearts. And honestly, RE3 Remake in itself is a great game, but sadly, I gotta admit it's not a great remake, which is pretty fair to say, and I think many would agree. Resident Evil 4 Remake is on a crazy pace to not only be one of the best games ever again, but to break records in individual sales for the series as a whole for Capcom, which is absolutely well deserved. When you look at the history of the Resident Evil games, they've always been a huge hit with fans and sold pretty well. The franchise itself has sold a whopping total of 135 million units since the first title in 1996, and you know, they got a lot of games. If you guys have been loving the Resident Evil content, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more updates. Only 12% of you guys who watch and love the videos are currently subbed. Let's raise that number even higher because it's going to be a crazy year for gaming, and we got you all locked on all the latest. Hit that like button to spread the hype, and comment below what's your anticipated game of the year. When you look at the past sales and accolades of recent for Resident Evil games, it's always been pretty crazy with how Capcom has resurged. Resident Evil 7 sold 2.5 million units in its first 3 days back in 2017, which was huge because the series returned to a survival horror style, leaving the previous action-based style behind. This decision hit it off big with the fans. Hell, I remember looking at the trailer for Resident Evil 7 and trying to guess with my friends, what the hell are we looking at? Because everyone thought it was PT or a new game emulating it. Little did we know the title would drop and it would read Resident Evil 7. That was an actual mind-blowing moment for everybody. It was Capcom stepping back into the ring to show people how it's done. And I'm glad they came back and made that decision. Resident Evil 2 Remake in 2019 sold 3 million units after 1 week, while Resident Evil 3 Remake sold 2 million units in the first week, which is a bit of a drop-off due to poor reviews and fan feedback. Also, it's pretty rough considering that it was 2020 and most companies saw more boosts in sales and streaming since more people were home for a long time without nothing to do. And when you look at the current total numbers for RE2 Remake, as of right now, it's sitting at 12 million total units sold, while RE3 Remake is around 7 million total. Resident Evil Village sold 3 million units in 5 days, picking itself back up thanks to Lady Dimitrescu and smart promos from Capcom to help catapult the RE7 sequel even higher. After some silence, fans were terrified at the thought of another Resident Evil remake coming, especially with the next title up being Resident Evil 4, a beloved game by many. This pace for Resident Evil 4 Remake right now is crazy and does not seem to be slowing down anytime soon. And it's gonna only increase more when you realize they have a huge free Mercenaries DLC releasing next week Friday on April 7th, which is gonna be even bigger than the original Mercenary mode was. I made a whole video already talking about that. If you guys haven't seen it yet, be sure to check it out because it has a lot of new details about the characters appearing in it and what Mercenaries mode will entail, as well as other future DLC plans Capcom has coming our way for Resident Evil 4. Ada Wong fans are going to be very happy about this. But with Resident Evil 4 Remake selling so much and Capcom basically primed and ready for a big year between Street Fighter 6 and Monster Hunter, Resident Evil fans just might get what they've been asking for a very long time. And honestly, I'd prefer to see it this way too. A Code Veronica remake first before a Resident Evil 5 remake. Resident Evil 5 is a game I've played many times over myself. I platinumed it twice and enjoyed the co-op aspect of it a lot playing with friends back in the day. But Code Veronica is a title that I personally never played myself. And with Resident Evil 4 Remake popping off in this way, I think Capcom is definitely going to be continuing to remake older titles for modern day access. And honestly, this will give Claire some much more shine and give fans another opportunity to play as a younger Chris. They've clearly been listening to the fans' concerns when it came to Resident Evil 4 Remake after Resident Evil 3. They're definitely paying attention to the Code Veronica requests. I mean, it's literally everywhere. everywhere you look on social media, when they're talking about Resident Evil 4 Remake and the success of it, people are talking about how hyped they are to see Code Veronica get the same treatment right after. And Capcom would be hella crazy to not consider doing that and continuing the hype train of positivity that's just surrounding their company. Seriously, Capcom, hats off to you guys. They went through a crazy couple tough years, but they've really found their way back. What do you guys think? Would you prefer seeing a Code Veronica remake up next, possibly after a Resident Evil 9 release, hopefully featuring Jill Valentine, fingers crossed? Or would you want to see Resident Evil 5 being remade instead? Or hell, why not both? Comment below and let's get a discussion going. You know, honestly, if I was Capcom, I would look into maximizing this opportunity that they have with Resident Evil 4 Remake. In addition to Mercenaries Mode DLC and the Ada Wong Separate Ways DLC, why not throw another one in there? Maybe a flashback with Operation Javier, or if they want to print money, add co-op to Mercenaries Mode somewhere down the line. We already have moments in RE4 where another character can help out Leon. I think it'd be the greatest game of all time if they absolutely went ahead and did this. Mercenaries Mode is already fun, but co-op? Come on, man. Capcom, you know what you gotta do. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. More Resident Evil videos are on the way and you will not want to miss them. My name is BltzZ and thanks for watching.